Every time you cross Finlay Bridge, you're taking in over 100 years of history. Spanning 227 meters across the South Saskatchewan River, it was the largest bridge of its kind in Alberta when it opened up in 1908. It gets its name from William T. Finlay, a businessman and former city mayor who turned to provincial politics at the turn of the century. In Alberta's first general election of 1905, Finlay won the riding for the Liberals by 38 votes and would then become the province's first agriculture minister. The day the bridge opened up, he reportedly talked about how often he'd see people delayed for days, unable to cross the river because of ice or high winds, and the need for a traffic bridge was deeply impressed upon him. Before 1908, the only way to cross the South Saskatchewan River was by boat, a ferry that operated 6 days a week for half the year, or by using the CP rail trestle. However, that was not only dangerous, it was also forbidden by law. The price tag for Finlay Bridge was $140,000, and construction began in October 1906. Calling the work several decades later, Jeremiah McNeil told the Medicinet News that 1906 was the coldest winter in the city's history, declaring it was so cold the South Saskatchewan was frozen solid to the bottom. McNeil didn't recall anyone losing a life during construction, but said one man lost an eye after being struck by a red-hot rivet. The first major upgrade to the structure came in October 1920 when the original wooden deck was removed and replaced with concrete and asphalt, which was then worked on again in 1950. Around that time, hatters were calling for a 4-lane bridge to be built in order to handle traffic, but it would be years before that happened. The Trans-Canada Highway Bridge was erected and officially opened in the early 1950s. It took 3 years to build because spring flooding washed away work on multiple occasions. Work on a third river spanner began in 1973. The 4-lane Maple Avenue Bridge drew crowds on November 15, 1974 for its grand opening as Minister of Highways and Transport Clarence Copethorne cut the ribbon. Today, there's multiple ways for vehicles and pedestrians to get from one side of Medicinet to the other, but it all started with Finlay Bridge over a century ago. It was also designated a municipal heritage resource back in 2011, and it doesn't appear Finlay Bridge will be taken out of commission anytime soon. A $7.5 million rehabilitation shortly after its 100th birthday means the bridge should be open until at least 2040.